In this shocking courtroom video, two very different cases unfold, and both leave viewers with plenty to talk about. The video opens with a man who identifies himself as a sovereign citizen, attempting to challenge the court's authority. He refuses to follow standard procedures and uses strange, pseudo-legal arguments, insisting that the laws don't apply to him. The judge listens patiently at first, but it quickly becomes clear that the court isn't going to entertain these claims. As the exchange continues, the tension builds, and the judge firmly shuts down his arguments, reminding him that the law still applies, no matter what label he gives himself. Just when you think the drama is over, the video shifts to a much more serious case. A man accused of armed robbery stands before the judge, facing the possibility of a harsh sentence. The charges are severe, and the courtroom atmosphere becomes tense as everyone waits to hear what will happen next. But in a surprising twist, the judge hands down a sentence that many viewers might find unexpectedly lenient. Instead of a long prison term, the defendant receives deferred adjudication with strict conditions, including parenting classes and community service. This unexpected outcome sparks debate about justice, second chances, and whether the punishment truly fits the crime. With heated arguments, surprising decisions, and real courtroom tension, this video captures two very different sides of the legal system, and it's the kind of footage that keeps viewers watching until the very end.
I'd like to state for the record and correct that I am not the all caps name on the paper. I am the proper case trade name, sole living heir, beneficiary, and executor of that named trust. I am the living man. I am a foreign national, and
You're a foreign national?
I'm a foreign national. I'm an American national. I am here by special appearance only, held against my will, under duress, in false imprisonment, and under false arrest.
Very good. This is State of Kansas versus Anthony Edward Dubas, case number 23 TR 2777. The state appears by Jared Regier. Mr. Dubas appears from the custody of the Butler County Jail. All parties are appearing by Zoom. Mr. Dubas, you're here for a first appearance. Do you have a copy of your charges?
I am, my honor, Mr. Crum. I am here by special appearance under duress.
You've already been through that. I'm going to read your charges to you. In count one, it alleges that on August 17th, 2023, you did then and there unlawfully operate a motor vehicle on a highway of this state without having a valid driver's license. That is no valid driver's license, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. That carries a maximum penalty of 6 months in jail and up to a $1,000 fine. Count two alleges that on August 17th, 2023, you're operating a motor vehicle, a 2003 Honda Accord, up on a highway or this state, East Fox Trail Street, Andover, Butler County, Kansas, while your vehicle was not registered. That's failed to register a vehicle. That's an unclassified non-person misdemeanor. That carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail and up to a $500 fine. Count three alleges you operated a motor vehicle on August 17th, 2023 in Butler County, Kansas without having valid insurance. That's no proof of insurance, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Do you understand your charges, Mr. Dubas?
No, I do not stand under these charges, and I would like to make it clear that I was not operating a motor vehicle. I was operating my private conveyance, not for hire, not for commercial use, not to transport passengers or products for hire. My folder with black text case law in it to be brought here with me, as I asked Mr. Deputy Khalid Baraka and he refused, I would be able to prove to you with black text case law what the Supreme Court rulings from multiple different cases have stated about the definition of a driver, an operator, a motor vehicle, an automobile, what a conveyance is, and their decisions, aka my bad, the Supreme Court's decisions.
All right, Mr. Dubas, I'm going to stop you there.
Requiring,
I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. And we're going to set this over. If you want to present this stuff, you can present it to Judge Webster, who's going to be assigned to your case. Are you going to be able to hire an attorney?
I'm sui juris, so I'm not a ward of the state.
Okay, then you can hire your own attorney. I'm going to set this for November 13th, 2023 at 9 o'clock in the morning. Mr. Aguirre, do you have a recommendation for bond?
Your Honor, 2,500 cash or surety with all standard conditions. Also, in reviewing the affidavit, it would appear that when this is alleged that when the defendant was questioned by the deputy, he refused to provide a valid address or any further information. That's quoting directly from the affidavit. I'm not sure if the court wants to make any special orders along those lines or not.
I object. I provided a valid address. It's just a non-residential address, or a residential address that is non-domestic. And he refused to accept my proper address or my mailing address.
Well, I'm going to set a bond in the amount of $2,500 cash or surety. You'll need to provide a valid physical address to a bondsman if you wish to make bond, Mr. Dubas. All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Aguirre, on this case?
No, from the state's perspective, Your Honor.
All right. We'll be in recess. Mr. Dubas, you are excused.
Hold on. Is it an OR bond or?
No, it's a cash or surety bond.
Okay, so I need a cosigner.
You can put up $2,500 in cash, or you can make arrangements with a bondsman.
Okay, thank you.
And did you review it with your client? The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Cornelius, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
As judge, we're going with the lesser included offense robbery.
Any objection?
No.
Showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with or at least the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to accept your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions? Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. State is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation and no contact with Jose Aguilar. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the lesser included offense of robbery, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offers exhibit 1 and all attachments. No objection.
All right. And State, have you been in contact with the complainant?
So we have been in contact with the complainant, Your Honor. There were other co-defendants in this case. One of them also did have the charge reduced to robbery and was given to her.
All right, thank you. Oh, you may be excused to continue to confer. Mr. Cornelius, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, we're waiting to get back.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just so the court is aware, Judge.
All right. So everyone, please whisper in the box. We're on the record. Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Briefly, May 31st of 2022. That day, he was arrested by the U.S. Marshals for a federal charge of being a person under indictment in possession of firearms.
Okay.
He spent 15 months in custody awaiting that charge. We worked out a deal in federal court for a plea bargain, accepting his ability to appeal that sentence because that particular statute is being challenged in the upper courts right now. 922N. 18 USC 922N. So because he was denied bond, he was in a position where he ultimately pled guilty because he did have the firearms. That explains why we took so long to come back to this court. He's here now, Judge. He's been offered deferred adjudication from the state. He's accepted it pursuant to the court's approval. As part of this federal judgment, after serving 15 months, he was placed on supervised release for 3 years, which I'm asking the court to run that concurrent with this federal case. And that in the event, unlikely event, I believe, he would be picked up on a violation of probation in this court, that any time served in federal court awaiting disposition of that case be credited towards any time given in that case, in the event he's sentenced.
All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are their ages?
4, 3, 2, 1, 6 months.
And where are they? Who are they with?
Their mothers.
How many mothers?
3.
All right. That is not Black excellence. The fact that you're here is not Black excellence, unless that's the name of a building, but I'm assuming it's not. So you are not showing Black excellence to your ancestors or to your mother, your grandmother, or anyone. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't wear Black excellence if you're not showing it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
Pack and moving. Apple moving service.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court will sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's, if any, to FedEx, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular UAs, 200 hours of community service restitution. There's going to be parenting classes. Once he completes parenting classes, that will be deemed to be satisfied. Field visits, 1 time per month for 3 months. And probation, if you all want to check with the federal government and see how their field visits are, you may not have to do any if they're doing them as well. So if you could check with them. There's to be no contact with Aubrey Reed, Aubrey Reed, Charlie James Ray Perkins, Amari Emari Lafel Lafel Freeman Freeman. There's to be proof of employment. within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider, or with minors. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to have black excellence in your life?
I'm out.
Judge, maybe run this concurrent with his federal cause number. I can give you that cause number.
All right, concurrent with what's the number?
SA:22-CR-294.
All right, the court will run it concurrent.
Thank you, Judge.
Going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I'm out.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. From here on out, in this court, whatever you do in your life while you're on probation, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. One, is what I'm doing something that could potentially result in me being revoked and sentenced to prison for 20 years? If the answer is yes, don't do it. If the answer is maybe, don't do it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
The courtroom is often a place where reality hits harder than any movie script, and in this video, 2 very different cases show how unpredictable justice can be. The first case begins with a man who identifies himself as a sovereign citizen, a term often used by people who believe they are not subject to government laws or court authority. He stands before the judge facing charges for driving without a license, registration, or insurance. Instead of addressing the charges directly, he starts making unusual claims, insisting that the court has no authority over him. He refuses to answer basic questions in the normal way and attempts to use complicated, pseudo-legal language. He talks about rights, jurisdictions, and technicalities that he believes will protect him from the charges. The judge listens patiently at first, allowing him to speak, perhaps hoping he will eventually respond in a way that moves the hearing forward. But as the minutes pass, it becomes clear that the man has no intention of cooperating in a conventional way. The man continues to challenge the court's authority, insisting that he is not subject to the same rules as everyone else. He tries to control the conversation, asking the judge questions instead of answering them. His tone suggests that he believes he has discovered a legal loophole that will allow him to walk away without consequences. But the judge remains calm and firm, making it clear that the courtroom is not a place for philosophical debates about the legitimacy of the law. As the exchange continues, the tension builds. The judge explains that the charges are straightforward and that the man is required to follow the same legal process as anyone else. The defendant's arguments, no matter how confident he sounds, are not recognized by the court. The judge makes it clear that refusing to cooperate will only make the situation worse. Despite the judge's warnings, the man continues to push his claims. He insists that he has rights that place him outside the court's jurisdiction. He refuses to answer simple procedural questions and attempts to redirect the conversation every time the judge tries to move forward. The courtroom atmosphere grows more serious as it becomes clear that the man's strategy is not working. Eventually, the judge puts an end to the back and forth. With a firm tone, the judge explains that the court will proceed according to the law, regardless of the defendant's personal beliefs. The charges remain in place, and the man is given a bond. His arguments, which he seemed so confident about at the start, have no effect on the outcome. The courtroom moves on, and the reality of the legal system becomes clear. Personal interpretations of the law do not override the actual legal process. Just when viewers think they've seen the most dramatic moment of the video, the second case begins, and the tone shifts immediately. This time, the charges are far more serious. A man stands before the judge facing armed robbery charges, a crime that carries severe penalties. The atmosphere in the courtroom feels heavier, more intense. Everyone understands that the stakes are much higher. The details of the case suggest a serious offense, one that could easily result in a long prison sentence. Armed robbery is not treated lightly by the courts, and defendants facing such charges often expect harsh consequences. The judge reviews the case, the background of the defendant, and the recommendations presented. As the hearing continues, it becomes clear that the judge is considering more than just the charge itself. Factors such as the defendant's personal circumstances, history, and responsibilities are brought into the discussion. The courtroom listens closely, waiting to hear what kind of sentence will be handed down. Many would expect a lengthy prison term, especially given the seriousness of the accusation. The tension in the room reflects that expectation. But then, the judge delivers a decision that surprises many viewers. Instead of sending the defendant to prison immediately, the judge orders deferred adjudication. This means the defendant will not be formally convicted if he follows strict conditions set by the court. The sentence includes requirements such as parenting classes and community service. These conditions are designed to encourage responsibility and rehabilitation rather than focusing only on punishment. The decision creates a moment of quiet shock. Some people might see this as a second chance, an opportunity for the defendant to turn his life around. Others might feel that the sentence is too lenient for such a serious charge. The contrast between the expectations and the actual outcome becomes the central focus of the moment. The judge explains the conditions clearly, making it known that this opportunity comes with responsibility. If the defendant fails to follow the rules, the consequences could be severe. Deferred adjudication is not a free pass. It is a chance to prove that change is possible, but it comes with strict oversight and expectations. The defendant listens carefully as the terms are read out. The courtroom remains quiet, the seriousness of the situation still hanging in the air. Even though the sentence is not as harsh as some might expect, the weight of the moment is undeniable. The judge's decision reflects a balance between accountability and the possibility of rehabilitation. The contrast between the two cases becomes more apparent as the video continues. In the first case, a man tries to avoid responsibility by denying the court's authority, only to be firmly corrected. In the second, a man facing a serious charge is given a chance to rebuild his life under strict conditions. These two moments, placed side by side, reveal how complex the justice system can be. It is not always about punishment alone. Sometimes it is about cooperation, accountability, and the willingness to accept responsibility. The first defendant tried to out-argue the system and failed. The second faced the system directly and was given an opportunity to prove himself. The courtroom is a place where actions have consequences, but it is also a place where decisions are made based on many factors. Judges must weigh the law, the circumstances, and the potential for change. That balance is not always easy, and it does not always satisfy everyone watching. As the video comes to an end, viewers are left with two very different impressions of justice. One case shows the limits of unconventional legal theories, while the other highlights the idea of second chances. Together, they create a powerful reminder that every case is unique, and every decision carries weight for the people involved.